Hey, this is Eve from BitcoinKindergarten.com, author of Bitcoin Assets and DeFi Tracker. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and the bell button and all. That way you're going to be notified when I come on. You can come ask me any question. No question is too childish. No question is stupid. All questions are accepted. No judgment. This is kindergarten, and we all have to learn somewhere. And we all have different ways of learning. And that's why you need a teacher, and that's me. So I'm so happy you came today to kindergarten. So maybe one of your friends convinced you to buy Bitcoin. Lord knows I convince all of my friends and family members. And then all of a sudden the next day the price drops $10,000. Right now the price of Bitcoin is, last I looked, it was like $55,000 for one. And just so you know, you can buy $20 worth of Bitcoin or even $1. Just look at my video how to buy $20 on Coinbase. So I'll convince my friends, get some Bitcoin. You know, it's the most amazing thing that can ever happen to you. And then the next day, you know, the price drops $10,000. So, you know, it could be like 10%. You know, it's even been known to drop more. And then, you know, even myself, you know, we're all like, oh, what happened? You know, and people start talking and they say, oh, it's because, you know, Janice Yellen said, you know, they're going to stop Bitcoin, or in China they're going to ban it, or they're talking about how Bitcoin is so much energy wasting. Or actually, one of the drops that we had a couple of months ago was there was a double transaction on a block, which is not able to happen, but it didn't actually happen. It just got like in a rumor of the news, and the price crashed. So why is this happening? And the reason is, and as Crypto BitLore calls it, is fake dips. Bitcoin is the most valuable asset ever to be created. Bitcoin is the third largest coin now in cryptocurrency in the world. And that, just imagine, was all cryptos together, maybe it would be the first. But there's like the dollar, the euro, and then Bitcoin. Bitcoin is where all of these corporations are now putting their assets, starting with Michael Saylor. Then Elon Musk put $1.5 billion worth of his assets into Bitcoin. Now he's going to be selling Teslas with Bitcoin, but not selling the Bitcoin because he's nobody's fool. He's going to hold the Bitcoin and just use that for further crypto amazingness, which is called DeFi. So there are only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever created in the history of the world, and 18 or 19 have already been made. So there is a process called mining. It's a long story, which I won't go into, but it's a controlled number. Bitcoin is not owned by anyone. There's no CEO. There's no marketing team. Nobody can stop it. No government can shut it down. It's done by this amazing technology called the blockchain, which is run by thousands of computers all over the world. And that's who miners are. They're people running the nodes of the blockchain. So it's this amazing technology that it's actually, Bitcoin is the largest computer network. It is the most long-standing computer network, which has not gone offline, because it can't go offline, because it's not in a server somewhere. It's a lot of people. And then if the transaction doesn't go one way, it will go to another block. There's always a block that can take the transaction because they're getting their fees, and it's people's livelihood. And there's a lot of incentives. It's a super brilliant technology. So it was experimental for 13 years, and now, you know, even our Secretary of the Treasury, Janice Yellen, said it was like gold. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, everyone now is getting into crypto. Everyone's putting money in Bitcoin. And, you know, last year was a huge deal that you could get Bitcoin on CashApp, or that now you can get Bitcoin on PayPal. But now that seems normal. I can get now Visa and Mastercard are also making it so that you can use crypto assets. So this is an amazing thing. And the thing is, there's only 21 million Bitcoin ever. I don't know how many millionaires there are in the world, but there are a lot more than 21. 21 million. There's more. Anyway, there's a lot. There's just not that much Bitcoin to be had. That's why you really need to get some. Even if you can only get a tiny bit, get every little tiny bit you can get, because the price is just going to keep going up and up and up. I mean, there's a chance that I'm wrong. None of this is financial advice, but that is the most likely scenario. Smash the likes and comment and ask me questions too below. So these are fake dips, because what's happening is that people who have huge holdings in Bitcoin, they just sell it, they dump it, they sell it. You know, the price is doing great. We got up to like $60,000 for one. Let's dump it. And then the price crashes, and you know, everyone else is freaking out, and some of these people may or may not have influence in the news media, you know, to be like, oh, you know, create some rumor like that one about the double spend, the blockchain error. Like that one even got me a little bit, because I'm not worried about governments or any of that, because I know no government can stop crypto. It's too late. And you know, if it's not going to be happening in America, everyone will go somewhere else. I mean, it's just too late. And, you know, it's already been you know, confirmed by the SEC to be you know, security assets, whatever it is. It's totally legal. But so that's what happens. Everything. So everyone sells. I have many friends who sell when the price starts dropping. They get scared. So what they call the rest of us, we're called hodlers. We don't ever sell, especially don't sell when the price drops. I mean, if you need a little money, you have to sell some, get it, sell it, but don't just sell it because you're scared of the price. So it's called diamond hands. You know, we have diamond hands because we're not ever letting go, and we're not going to be afraid by a $10,000 dip, or even a $20,000 dip, or even a $30,000 dip. Because the price is going back up, you know. Generally, it takes a few days or a week, but if it took a year, that's okay too, you know, because, you know, you're going to be a millionaire in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, like, you know, it's worth it. So that's the thing about the dips, the fake dips, the fake crashes. They're just market manipulations. Like, a lot of us, you know, get interested in Bitcoin because it is this amazing, idealistic, incredibly democratic technology where, you know, everyone's included, people with no banks, people with no credit, people in every country in the world. It doesn't look at your race, your sex, nothing. It's math, you know. So it is this amazing opportunity for the world, but it is not this perfect angel utopia, you know. These people with a lot of money, they have control in a way. They don't have total control, but they do have some. So that's what that is. So when the price dips, you know, you do just go about your business, go focus on something else. If it really were to dip a lot, you know, go get extra work, buy more Bitcoin, sell something, buy some more Bitcoin, you know. Literally, people sold their house when it was under $10,000 just last 6 months ago. Da Vinci 15, he's famous in the crypto space. They're like, yeah, we're selling our house, we're getting more Bitcoin. You're like, that seemed iffy, but you know, it was a really smart thing to do, because now they could buy a 10 times better house already just now, and the price is still just going up. So that's the dips, those are the crashes. It's part of Bitcoin. If you're going to get into crypto, getting into Bitcoin, you just have to not look at it too much and learn how to deal with your emotions, and don't sell when it goes down. That is the only way to lose money in Bitcoin, is if you sell lower than you bought. So that's what happens to a lot of people, like, oh my God, it keeps crashing. I'm going to jump up now, you know. But what I do, if I start getting a little nervous, is I'll just start reading the news about Bitcoin. I'll listen to the ALTCOIN Daily. I'll listen to all Bitcoin news, like what's happening in the world. You're going to see that Bitcoin is growing and expanding and bigger. So it's not, you know, it's very firmly instilled into society now. So don't sell the dip. That's the most important thing. Just don't do it. Just think of it as, these are numbers on a screen. When the price goes up and you make tons of money, you can take a little bit of profits out, go buy something, that way when the dips do come, you're like, well, I'm glad I took a little bit out when it went up. But sometimes I regret that. Sometimes I regret it. Anyway, it's too late now. But it's good to cover all your bases. Smash the likes, put a comment, and share with your friends. Nobody understands Bitcoin. I explain the same things over and over to all my friends. You can come and ask those questions, and I'll explain them over and over to you. Ciao.